Look at this for a nice area. Okay, we only have about half a GoPro battery left, which, it's good for about an hour of footage, I suppose. That should be plenty enough for what I want to do. Again, neutral. Okie dokie. We have just come up to Jeeralang. Watch where I'm going, dickhead. We have just come up to Jeeralang North. This is the car park of the Jeeralang North Hall. And I thought, it's been a while since I've done some gravel, so let's come up here and get the GoPro going. Now, I have done almost 1,000 kilometres since putting the Yamanashi high compression piston in, and you can put up with my pauses in my sentences for today because I never run off a script and I need to think about what I want to say. So yeah, been about 950 kilometres. By the time I get through this tank, well over 1,000, and I've been hyper focused on what the performance is like, you know, full throttle on the freeway. Can it do 100 Ks? Can it do 110? And the short answer is yes and no. It's still a 125 and it still doesn't have the power to compensate for a strong headwind. But the upgrades I've done to this bike have just been going from strength to strength. And one of the very first things I noticed was that it was exceptionally smooth puttering along at slow speeds like this. So instead of going, look, my 125 is going quickly, I thought I'd take a different approach, and it's been over a year since I've come out onto this road, and it was one of my early CB125F videos that had absolutely rubbish audio. But I've been taking this bike up the gravel since the beginning. It's one of the reasons why I wanted a small capacity bike, is that I could just tootle around, not really have to think about too much. And, you know, this bike has always been quite well behaved off-road. But on the flip side, because I haven't been doing much gravel in the past year, I need to freshen up on my skills. Can we just appreciate the fact that we're in fourth gear now? We're doing under 40 k's an hour And the bike's just purring along beautifully. There's no need for me to be trying to break any land speed records today. One of the things I've been meaning to add to my riding kit since the beginning was an emergency puncture repair kit. I was thinking along the lines of one of those rope style ones. I have the pump now at least. That was one of the considerations was, well, there's no point in getting a puncture repair kit if I don't have a tyre pump. So I bought the portable pump ages ago, and I just never got around to spending the $40 odd on a puncture repair kit that can just sit at the bottom of my bag and, pardon me, hopefully never get used. But I used to do a lot more gravel than what I do, and one of the reasons I stopped was I started to get really worried about getting a flat tyre. And you know what? I've never repaired a puncture before in a tyre, so it's going to be a trial by fire if it happens. But I mean, look at this for a day. We are literally in the middle of winter. I'm in the mountains on a gravel road, and it looks like it could just as easily be a warm summer's day. I mean, obviously it doesn't feel like that to me. I've got my winter coat on and this is all plantation forest now. There's nothing left but old growth. Last time I came up here, that little path down there on the right was completely overgrown. Now it looks like they've carved a track down there to... I don't know how often they fell these pine trees, but pine trees grow fairly quickly. But if you want to go riding up here, the best thing to do is find out where the logging trucks aren't. Shit down here making it particularly difficult. It's a Sunday. I don't expect to come face to face with a logging truck along here, but, well, it's happened to me before. But I don't tend to travel at speeds where I get surprised by anything coming. You know, I'm usually only doing between 40 and 50 Ks on roads like this. Well, let's round down. Let's say 30 and 50 Ks. And I tend to stick to the left on, you know, blind corners because you don't know what's coming. I used to take my car up here, but I tell you what, it's a lot more visceral being out here on a bike. I'm quite happy doing speeds like this instead of these roads can sometimes lull you into a false sense of security. Because at the beginning of them, they can be quite firm, quite well maintained, and the deeper you go, just the worse the roads tend to get, especially this time of year, which things seem to be fairly dry at the moment, but when there's been a bit of rain and a fair few logging trucks coming up and down, it just gets turned to slush. Now, this isn't a road that strikes me like it's been travelled a lot by heavy vehicles, you know, logging trucks. It just isn't churned up, you know. Well, what are these trucks worth? Like bloody 6 ton without a trailer, something like that, I don't know. And this is just dirt after all. Didn't even try to avoid that bloody pothole. Oop, couple of big rocks there. We're seeing the roads get a bit slicker and a bit muddier here because all this tree cover, the roads aren't seeing as much sunlight, so the water's just not evaporating throughout the day. So of course I've elected to leave the visor open because I'm not really going faster than about 50 k's an hour on this road, so I shouldn't be getting blasted with wind noise, but most of what you're hearing is literally the wind that's blowing. Just to ride out here I was getting buffeted around quite a bit. I'm kind of grateful that I decided to do a low speed road instead of trying to break the sound barrier on this thing. Now, these tracks often just have markers. Road 9. Maybe one day I'll see where some of these side tracks go. I think I'll do some more exploring on a day where I've got a bit more time. I mean, it's just past 2 o'clock in the afternoon. I've only got a couple of hours daylight left as it is, but that is one of the things I like doing, is just riding and exploring and spending 4 or 5 hours on the bike, not really caring where I end up, just riding for the joy of bike. Oh, good. I always have to check the GoPro. I always get paranoid it's going to just stop recording. I forgot to charge it last time I used it, and so I was trying to charge it off the tyre pump. It's got like a battery bank charger in it. But while I was riding, I think the connection must have come loose because it had only charged about 6% battery, which I wasn't expecting it to completely charge, but more than 50% battery might have been nice. I mean, I can easily waste an entire GoPro battery on these gravel roads without ever seeing another vehicle, let alone asphalt. The bike's having a bit of a dance underneath me because it's a bit muddy where I was riding, but I don't know, I'm wearing all my gear. I'd rather not put the bike down. It's happened to me before. In summertime, when the roads are bone dry, I don't mind trying to go a little bit faster. I mean, I've got video evidence of hitting 80 k's an hour on gravel. All right, Jeeralang West Road. Now, to go left or right, I believe I want to go right. I think sometimes I go left. Oh, nah. We'll go this way. Alright, next time I'll go left. Jeeralang West Road. I want to see if I can find an entrance onto Grand Ridge Road. I know that joins up here somewhere. In fact, I stumbled across video from another local lad. He was out this way on a nice looking trail bike. I thought about getting a dual sport, but do I really need one? Maybe if I get the Dukey roadworthy again, I'll go and put knobbies on this. All this work I've done with the Yuminashi parts on this bike, I had originally planned to put that off and get the KTM sorted out first. But then I kind of crunched the numbers, and all the upgrades I did on this bike cost me less than just putting new tyres on the 390 Duke. And temptation got the better of me. I'm like, you know what? Let's just do it. And now that I know that this bike's back in a, you know, I'm going to call it reliable. I'm going to give the Yuminashi piston the benefit of the doubt. I always thought to myself, make sure I've at least got one running bike. And the Duke technically runs, but it just needs so much in maintenance and parts. You know, the tyres on it, they're 9 years old now. So I've been putting that off for over a year. The fork seals, I've got to do the fork seals. I've got to sort out a new thermo fan. I should probably get a new chain, if not new sprockets too. Like, there's just a lot of stuff, and unlike the CB125, everything KTM is so damn expensive And it's like the parts department seems like they charge you enough to take the entire company out of receivership for the sake of a packet of bolts. Like, dead set, I bought a bolt kit from KTM for the body panels because it was missing a bunch. It's like $17 for 6 bolts. And I'm like, you know what? I'll sort it out myself next time. But, so far as I'm aware, the KTM is not missing any bolts or screws anymore. A couple had vibrated loose since I've had it, and I lost them along the way and fixed them all up. So the goal is to hopefully not misplace any more before I can get it fixed. I actually wanted to take the Duke up here today, but as it happens, the registration expired, and I probably should. Like, I get away with riding it without the thermo fan on a day like this, where it's cold enough. You know, it shouldn't overheat while I'm riding. It's more when you're stopped, you know, stop-start traffic sort of thing, it overheats. And the fork seals are leaking, but they're not. You know, they're not actually blown out. So I thought, you know, a nice slow speed jaunt on the 390 Duke along Jeeralang North Road would be nice. Or, you know, Jeeralang West Road. But I've got plenty of time. I've got plenty of time to ride the Duke. I'd be doing myself favours and not risking my neck, you know, riding it with, you know, well, it's not potentially, it is low fork seal oil, or low fork oil, I mean. So I worked it all out, including buying the tools that I need to do the fork seals on the Duke. All up, I'm paying about $380 because I need fork seals, dust covers, the fork seal driver, a new set of Allen wrenches for the fork seals, the fork seal oil, or the fork oil itself, which is like $50 for a litre. Like, it's so expensive. Oh no, I know where we are. This is going to pop out on Churchill Road. There's that damn whistle again. Oh, I don't know if it's slick or if it's just a shadow. A little bit of both. Yeah, that's slick. You know, I should probably make a point of coming up here more often because this view, oh my God, check that out. Can I? Check out that view. Holy crap. Yeah, that's nice. Now, I'm not putting the bike down because I have a sneaking suspicion it's just going to tumbleweed down that hill. How good is that? Whoop. I'll tell you what this bike has with the high compression piston that it never really had before is decent throttle response. Hey. Jesus. Junction Road. I literally don't know where Junction Road goes to. I mean, I'm sure I've been down here before. Uh-oh. Old Jumbuck Road. Let's check it out. Stringy bark track. Get $1 for every random track called Stringy Bark. I'd have $2, but weird, but that I know two of them. I've got to sort out this GoPro mount. I just realised that it was pointing down. There's Stringy Bark Track. You know, I have literally no idea where I am right now. I'm hearing a bit of valve chatter, so I think before I'd go on my next ride, I'd better just double check the valves. It will have been 1,000 kilometres since I put the piston in, so it's probably a good time just to double check everything. Yeah, definitely getting some valve chatter. That's alright. We're not planning to go pinging off the limiter anyway, so we'll just take it nice and easy. Where the heck am I? This road is amazing. I don't think I've ever been up here before. Okay, well, we're back on the gravel. Where are we even going? Meh. I am just in awe that I've actually found a decent road that I've never found before. I mean, I thought I was at least aware of the most of them. I'm actually starting to get a bit nervous about that valve noise. So I definitely think I'll just be taking it easy now. Of all the days to randomly discover a brand new road, that I'd never been on before, and it has to be when I started with half a battery. I am spewing about that. Just fourth gear, doesn't care. Off we go. God, this bike's so good at this sort of stuff. Stick it in fourth and leave it, you'll be fine. Oh, wow. Whoa! Oh my God! Woo! Nearly lost it. That would have looked like absolutely nothing on the camera. Oh, would you look at this? Oh. Man, how do they even get the trees out when they come and log all this? Nowhere's sacred. Okay, God knows how much battery we've got left. It's going to die at any minute, and I'm shattered because I would have loved to have taken you on the end of this track, tell you where we ended up. Okay, it is basically 10 to 3. The GoPro will have run out of battery before I find my way out of here. So when I do get to the end, I'll have to park and get my phone out and just give you a quick update, and that'll have to do. I've said it all the time though, you can lose an entire day just crisscrossing these forest roads. And that's exactly what I bought this bike to be able to do. I mean, going fast, twisty roads is all the rage, but I'll bet you'll never have more fun on two wheels than doing this. So I'm going to sign off on the video here. God knows how I'm going to edit this mess. Enjoy the rest of the ride, however long that might be for you. Because even after the GoPro dies, I still have to find my way out of here. Just charge through some mud, no worries. Ow! Fucking big rock. Man. Just take it easy. I do not want to get injured up here. Oh, we're back onto Jumbuck Road apparently. Did we ever leave? Come on, Jumbuck Road, show me what you got. Still going. Man, sometimes this GoPro really amazes me just how long it goes for. I don't like this. Oh my God. Spaghetti Junction. Spaghetti Junction. Calder Track. Jeeralang West Road. This is the intersection old mate started at. No entry. Don't go down there. Alright, let's assume this is Jeeralang West Road, and this can take us back to, oh yuck, where I started. This is not okay. Fuck me. Oh. Nice and easy, Nicky. Nice and easy. Oh. I don't like this one bit. This is the slipperiest, dirtiest track I've ever. Oh my God, we are all over the place. This is the filthiest track I've ever taken this bike down. I don't think this is Jeeralang West Road after all. Come on, GoPro. Oh, you dog! This is testing me. Fuck. Am I going to be able to get out of here? At least I've got fuel. I don't like this. Fuck, and I'm going to run out of GoPro any second now. Oh, fuck, I did not want to be doing mud. No. Fuck. I'm going to have to make a decision. I don't want to get stuck down here. Alright, I'm sorry GoPro, I am going to finish it here, at least with the audio, because I need to quad lock up. There's something wrong. This light, I've only just replaced it and it's blown again. Anyway. I'll leave the GoPro running just in case, but I need to quad lock my phone. Thank goodness I have phone reception. So, Jeeralang Creek Road. I do not want... I've got to try and get back up the hill. All right.
Head north on Jeeralang Creek Road towards Jeeralang West Road.
I've got to try and get back up this hill. I need portrait lock. I don't even know if I can get back up the hill. I'll come back and I'll try this one in summertime. Oh well. At least the sound on the GoPro won't get blown out. I'm pretty sure the only reason I got down that track was gravity. Alright, dirt bike springs. Dirt bike clutch springs. Let's see how well they do riding the clutch uphill.
Head southeast on Jeeralang Creek Road. In 500 meters, turn right onto Jeeralang West Road.
Tell you what, this is testing me. Oh. The GoPro died. The GoPro died somewhere along that track. But I made it up in one piece. I didn't come off. Basically, I need to go back the way I came. So I'm going to leave this here while I concentrate. Actually, you know what? Alright, the GoPro battery died halfway up a muddy hill. Look at how muddy the tyres got. but the CB125F made it, and I didn't come off. I hope the GoPro battery died almost right at the end. I mean, look at it.